If you went shopping at any kind of store this weekend, chances are you may have used something that was made in northeastern Pennsylvania and you didn't even know it. Newswatch 16's Chelsea Strube checks out a place where merchandising materials used across the world are created right in Wilkes-Barre.
Whether you are prepping for a party, getting a caffeine fix, or crafting supplies, there's a pretty good chance you've interacted with something made at Trion Industries in Wilkes-Barre.
There's a good chance that at least once a day you're touching something that was made in this building.
Turns out this merchandising technology was invented by Adam Thalenfeld's grandfather in 1965.
He owned a 5 and dime store and thought that there needed to be a better way to sell his product. And so he first invented the pegboard hook. In the 80s, they expanded from hooks, and he closed his 5 and dime store. They moved to Wilkes-Barre and expanded their manufacturing to do all sorts of shelving, from hooks to trays to plastic extrusion, label holders, things like that.
Now Trion employs more than 250 people, many of which let Newswatch 16 poke around on a tour of the massive facility.
This is where it starts.
With this large spool of metal wiring, different sizes are stored in the factory and used for different things, depending on the size and weight of the item needing to be displayed. These spools go through machines, partly designed by Adam's grandfather, to bend and sometimes weld metal into desired shapes.
We have a lot of specialized machines. We do all of our tooling in-house, or our casting of the tools are done here by our engineering department. We have wire melt benders, we have welders, plastic extrusion machines, and then a couple of custom design machines that cut pieces exactly to our measurements that we've designed them to do.
For attachments that cannot be welded by machines, human hands take over, and hundreds of components are welded together every day by employees, with many safety precautions in place, like needing 2 fingers to trigger a machine. The next step for many of these components is paint. Parts are hung on a conveyor belt, where they are washed, dried, and then sprayed with a magnetic paint that has an interesting texture and clings to the metal before it is baked on in an oven. Elsewhere in the factory, other components of merchandising materials are made, like some in this plastic extrusion machine that makes plastic label displays to be attached to the metal painted pieces in assembly and packaging. At this time, metal and plastic components made here are being put together with a spring that will eventually be used to display prepackaged salads in Texas. These are just a few of the thousands of projects Trion has on the docket on any given day. Adam says as businesses continue to do more with less, Trion's offerings will continue to change and evolve as well.
As much product in an organized way facing the customer.
So the next time you pop into a convenience store for a necessity, you may have someone here to thank for making it easy to find. Chelsea Strube, Newswatch 16, Luzerne County.